everybody? How are you guys doing today?
Good.
That was not convincing. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Already. So my name is Tendaisha Nambawari. I was born in Zimbabwe, which is a country in Africa. So I am 23 years old. So the second question was, what am I doing right now? So I recently just graduated from Texas State University, which is a secular university, and so I graduated with a degree in computer science. I graduated with a degree in computer science. Thank you. So as of right now, I actually started a nonprofit organization called the Michi Project, which the purpose is to spread the love of God through digital media, direct human contact, and merchandising. So I preach online, I preach in person as well, and now also we do homeless ministry. So that's a little bit of what I've been doing right now.
So can you tell us about your testimony, some of the things you shared with me about where you've been and how that brought you to where you are today?
Already. So those of you, I see some Africans in here. So the kids, you guys know that an African household are very strict. As a kid, you can barely go anywhere. You can barely sleep over at your friend's house. So now deciding to go to university. Number one, I picked the university that is furthest away from home. And then number two, I picked the university that had the most beautiful girls. So now the thing is, my mindset is off. The reason why I'm going to college is not to learn to get a degree or either to grow closer to God. The reason why I went to college is basically to gain my freedom. So now, through that, I used to smoke a lot of weed. That even in high school as well. I used to smoke a lot of weed. Number two, I used to basically, just lust over women. I used to lust over women just to have fun. Then number three, I used to party a lot. So I'm an energized person. So I love to have fun. So now that I'm away from my mom, she's right there, everybody look at her. Now that I'm away from my mom and my dad, it's like, okay, now I have time to do what I really want to do. And now the thing is, I chose to go through the devil's path. God gave me, I was raised Seventh-day Adventist. I come from generations of Seventh-day Adventists. I knew better. But now the thing is, okay, I want to grow up by myself. The whole time not knowing, not only am I leaving my parents' direction, I'm leaving God's direction. Because ultimately, your parents want the best for you. They're not going to lead you in a path of destruction. They want to see you in light. So me trying to just escape from my parents, I was ultimately escaping from God. So now, fast forward, I went through, I was partying all through freshman all the way to the halfway to junior year. So now, but the whole time, one thing about me is, even though I'm drunk Friday nights, I'm always going to be in church Saturday. I'm going to keep it real with you, there's no point of lying. This is a testimony. So even though I'll be drunk Friday nights, I will still come to church on Saturdays in the pews. It's not a funny thing. I just always have a smile on my face. It's not funny. But the thing is, I never left God's side. I would never leave God's side because I was born, I knew better, and I knew that I would never leave God. But the thing is, one way I'm acting as a Christian, but the second way by my actions, I am lukewarm. And you know what it says in the Bible? God says, you lukewarm Christian, I'm going to spit you out of my mouth. And that is a verse that I kept hearing while I was doing my things is, you lukewarm Christian, neither hot or cold, I'm going to spit you out of my mouth. And just through me being in the church, I was vice president and president of ACF, which is a public campus ministry, that I just started leaving the old ways. It was no longer fun to me. Because one thing about me is I love to have fun, and kids, they want to have fun. But now the thing is, really, now it's how am I going to have fun in a godly way? Which is why I started this nonprofit organization, is to show people hey, serving God is fun. You don't have to be bored. Oh, when people think about ministry, they don't get excited. When I think about ministry, I get excited. The same energy I've given to the devil, at these parties, I'm giving that to God times 2. I'm going to have fun in my ministry. So that's why I like to show, like, not even just kids, adults as well. Like, you guys don't have that excitement for ministry. So that is what the energy I've been trying to bring. And I'm just glad that, through that experience, I got baptized and I really got closer to God. And that's a little testimony about me. It's a little sneak peek.
All right, thank you so much. So is there one last thing? Is there any final message, or actually, is there a consequence? Are there any consequences that you're dealing with today that God is working with you to emerge from?
Okay. Yeah, actually, there is some consequences. So now, me, like, I know that God says you're supposed to wait till marriage before me abstain. So now the thing is, growing up all my life, I had older brothers, and, all we used to do was just talk about girls. So now the thing that I'm struggling with is really just how to approach a lady in a gentleman way. I've always been a gentleman, but like in a godly way. There's a difference between approaching a female in a worldly way and a godly way. So that's one thing. Number 2 is now, since I used to smoke so much weed, my memory's a little slow. I got a memory of an 80-year-old, so my memory's a little slow. Then number 3 is just a lot whenever I'm worshiping, I just tend to cry because of just what God has brought me out of. And like just that emotion, it always hits me so hard. And like just the regret. Like it's fun today, but I regret every single one of my actions. And that's some of the consequences I'm going through right now.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for sharing that with us.